on the 610-meter iron tower. The ashes are scattered and blown away with the wind. This is the best way to pay homage to climbing lovers. Due to the accidental death of her husband, Becky has been depressed for almost a year. Even wanted to commit suicide. So her best friend Hunter proposed to climb the abandoned TV tower together. After all, the tower is in disrepair. It's not easy to climb up. If she can get through this, will make her stronger. Become unaffected by the loss of her husband. After a hard climb, the two finally reached the top of the tower. Becky sadly scattered her husband's ashes. She said her last goodbye to her husband. Hunter on the side was also infected by the atmosphere at this time. But fortunately, the scenery in the sky is magnificent. The sad mood is over soon. Hunter started her business as a YouTube climbing blogger. This trip to the TV tower must come up with a video. After posing for various thrilling actions, Hunter also forced Becky to try too. It's called making her stronger. Really good sisters with deep feelings.
You did it, you idiot!
Finally, the trip to the tower ended perfectly. The next thing they have to do is get back to the surface safely. But going up is easy and going down is hard. With the joint efforts of the two, Becky just got her footing on the ladder. So high. One small mistake can kill a person. All actions must be done with care. But the accident still came. The ladder is in disrepair due to age. Security can no longer be guaranteed. The climbing of the two became the straw that broke the camel's back. Becky freaked out. Good thing there's a safety rope between her and Hunter. This saved her life. Just hurt the leg. But even so, lost ladder. The two of them can only stay on the top of the tower. And the accident just now caused the backpack to fall below. In the absence of any resources, they won't survive long. Becky's first reaction was to call the police. But this is at an altitude of 610 meters. Where will there be a signal? The only hope now. Only the sound of climbing the ladder and landing can attract people from nearby motels to help call the police. After 5 hours of waiting, the two girlfriends have already understood that it is impossible to wait for rescue. Only by saving yourself can you survive. Hunter, looking at his phone boredly, suddenly found that someone liked the post she just posted on the tower. This indicates that there must be a signal under the tower. As long as the mobile phone is safely sent to the ground, so that the information can be sent. But here is the altitude of 610 meters. There is only a telescope and a flare gun on the top of the tower. How can they land the phone safely? Hunter has an idea. She took off her shoes, put in phone, then put the socks in. But it's not enough. Becky had an idea.
Oh, Hunter. Your push-up.
Hunter instantly understands. When everything is ready, the shoe falls with the hope of survival. The two stared at the ground, like a mother watching a child who has left home. But the accident still happened. The shoelaces loosened due to the collision. The phone may slip at any time. Hunter was a bit dismayed after seeing it through the binoculars. But she still doesn't give up. Look down again. Here comes the surprise. Although the phone was smashed to pieces, but someone came and set up a barbecue near the tower. Becky hastily dropped her shoes to attract the attention of one of them, but failed. Fortunately, there is a flare gun on the top of the tower. Just wait until after dark to launch. It will definitely attract the attention of the two people under the tower. Becky and Hunter are suffering, watching other people eating barbecue and drinking beer comfortably. They themselves can only drink the northwest wind on the top of the tower. Finally, the sky completely darkened. Becky hastily fires the flare gun. As she wished, she attracted the attention of the two people under the tower. Looking at the approaching vehicles on the ground, the two sisters are very excited. But they overestimated human nature. Not everyone lends a helping hand. The two people under the tower did not call the police for them. Instead, he took a crowbar and stole Hunter's car. Desperation strikes again. The next day, Becky and Hunter were trapped on top of the tower for more than 24 hours. Their physical strength is getting weaker and weaker. And get weaker with time. Want to live. The only way to take the risk now is to pick up the backpack that fell below. The water and the drone inside are the last hope for the two to survive. If all goes well, not only can you drink water, they can also use drones to send out distress notes. The strong Hunter took the initiative to take on this responsibility. Put down the rope little by little. Soon reached the limit. But that's not enough to get the backpack. She can only wait to die if she can't get the backpack. Hunter untied the rope. directly swinging back and forth in the air. Near misses. Hunter immediately rewarded himself with a sip of water. After a short break. Now how to get back on the rope is another problem. Fortunately, Hunter thought of a way. She first hooked the rope with a selfie stick. Increase the length. Then leap. Becky hugged the backpack firmly. She breathed a sigh of relief. Immediately climb up with all your strength. With the joint efforts of the two, Hunter is soon approaching the top of the tower. But at this moment, the rope stopped shaking. Becky looked down in horror. But luckily Hunter dropped on the backpack. This made Becky breathe a sigh of relief. But just fell. Hurt Hunter's hands. Now it's up to Becky alone to pull her back. Finally, Hunter safely returned to the top of the tower. Becky took a sip of water immediately. Then she took out the small ticket of the restaurant. Write a distress message on it with an eyebrow pencil. And put it on the drone. Good thing they didn't throw both phones down. Becky can now have a mobile phone to control the drone. It's just that they forgot. The battery level of the drone has not been determined. Haven't been flying long. Becky can only let it return. Hope dashed again. Although the charger with the drone. But here at an altitude of 610 meters. Where can she charge? Do you want her to use love to generate electricity? Becky is sad. Hunter keeps encouraging her. Becky woke up in the middle of the night. Found Hunter missing. And vultures keep coming to harass and attack. Becky was terrified. Suddenly there was movement behind her. Look back. It turned out to be Hunter's body being eaten by vultures. Well, it's just a dream. Hunter is alive. But the two haven't eaten for too long. And the water is also finished. Physical strength has been exhausted. Go on like this. Sooner or later there'll be food for vultures. Becky can't take it anymore. Hunter has been cheering her on. Even suggested that she eat something. Becky ignored. But she wants Hunter to take off the other shoe. Try dropping the phone again.
I can't. Why? It's not up here, is it?
Becky looked at the shoes on Hunter's feet strangely. Ask her, aren't the shoes on your feet?
But I'm down there. Remember?
Becky immediately became short of breath. Finally remembered that Hunter didn't grab the backpack when he fell. All this time because she was too scared. Didn't have the guts to realize she's all alone here. Becky broke down and cried. Fantasy shattered. It's harder for her to survive alone. Early the next morning, Becky slumped on top of the tower. As if unconscious. The vulture, who had been waiting for a long time, flew to her side, gnawing at the wound on Becky's leg. Just then, Becky didn't give up hope of living. She's going to make a last-ditch effort. After replenishing energy, Becky follows Hunter's approach. Fell to the position below the top of the tower. She grabs Hunter's cold hand. After a while of grief, Becky started a last-ditch effort. She took out her phone first. Sent a distress message to her father. Then take off Hunter's shoes. Put the phone in. But at this point she has nothing to hold her phone in place. Becky can only say sorry to Hunter's body. Stuffed shoes into her stomach. Then push down. No matter how sad. Becky had to do it too. All she can do next is wait. Fortunately, Becky succeeded. This trip to the tower was supposed to get her out of the shadow of losing her husband. But lost the best hunter because of it. Becky is held by her father. She can finally go home. From now on, she will never be decadent again. Instead, they will do more meaningful things in their limited lives.